Chapter 22. Oh no, it broke! One Saturday afternoon over Christmas break, my brother and sisters and I were playing on our steep, narrow stairs. I had just turned 13, but I was still really little. We were not running. We had a cardboard box that a present had been wrapped in on Christmas morning. One at a time, each of us climbed into the box at the top of the stairs, and our siblings shoved the box and the kid forward until the box was balanced at the edge of the top step. The kid in the box grabbed the edges and leaned forward. As he or she went, sliding down the stairs in the cardboard box, lots of giggling and shouting erupted from our staircase. Mama yelled, "You kids stop that! Someone's going to get hurt." We didn't listen, and because she hadn't threatened to tell Daddy yet, we kept sliding and giggling. We had been playing and sliding for quite a while when, sure enough, I got off balance. I careened down the steps, completely out of control. I fell, head over heels, tumbling down the stairs. I landed mostly on my back at the base of the stairs, but my right side landed on the first step. My right arm broke, just 1.5 inches below my shoulder. It really hurt, and I started screaming in pain. Tommy and Phyllis both started hollering for Mama. She could tell from the sound of our voices that the yelling wasn't for fun anymore. Mama came running to see what the trouble was. She gently helped me up and out to the car, leaving my sister Phyllis at home to watch over the younger kids. Mama drove me to the Donnelly Clinic over in Kingman. Dr. Donnelly chuckled as I told him how I hurt myself. After an x-ray and examination, he explained to Mama that he was leery of using just an arm cast on me because he was afraid that it would not be heavy enough to keep the bone in position. He explained that if he left it so that I could move my arm, just swinging my arm or even just putting my hand on my desk at school, I might pull the bone out of place. So he decided he needed to put a body cast on me. Drat. It was a full right arm, shoulder, and upper body cast. He molded the plaster over my chest and back, clear down to my waist. He molded plaster over my right shoulder and down my arm all the way to my wrist. He plaster cast my arm into a stationary position, so my right shoulder was covered with plaster and my left shoulder was bare. He told me I'd have to wear this cast for 6 whole weeks while the bone mended. When I got home, my brother said he thought it was cool. I thought it was hideous and yelled at Mama, "I am not going to school for the next 6 weeks." Mama tried to reason with me. She told me it would not always be this way, but then she said, "I am sorry, Donnis, but you are going to school." She went on to say, "Donnis, this life is a battle. If it isn't one thing to contend with, it's another. It has always been so, and it always will be. The sooner you make up your mind to just be happy and accept things, the better off you'll be." Daddy also tried to comfort me. I said, "Daddy, I feel all funny inside. I don't feel like me anymore." He told me, "Well, honey, you look the same on the outside. Same beautiful red hair, same little pug nose. You have to keep plugging away one day at a time. Mama and I are going to be right here with you all the way, but you are going to school." I ran up to the bedroom I shared with Phyllis and threw myself onto the bed crying. The only way I could lay was on my back with my right arm and hand suspended in the air. Late that night, I woke up aching with pain. Mama came to our bedroom. She took me in her arms and held me as I cried myself back to sleep. Mama promised she would make me some pretty clothes to cover my cast and shoulders, and she did. Mama made my blouses to cover the cast using bat wing sleeves. Mama did a good job, but I still felt out of place and awkward. So when school started again in the new year, I went to 8th grade with a body cast on the upper half of my body. I was so afraid. I just knew that the boys would tease me. They teased me about everything else. Why not this? It was many years before I learned that adolescent boys tease girls because they like them. But of course on this day I had no clue, so I was afraid. That January morning, Mama drove us to school. My brother Tommy and my sister Phyllis walked me in, one on each side, to my classroom. They glared at all the other kids, daring them to make one snide comment. The other kids gawked, but no one said a word. I've been telling stories since the age of 3, and I'm happy to have published the books of my father, Max, brother Tommy, and sister Lonetta Slusser Knutson. All of our books are published through Amazon and Kindle. www.amazon.com/author/Donnis Crane.